So, The Lord of the Rings, Gollum. Yeah, this game flopped spectacularly. And on the first, like, basically, if you just look at it without knowing the context, it seems like a really funny situation. A developer brings out a bad game and they get bankrupt. How funny. The thing is, this developer isn't bad, at least not usually. This developer is the following. Deadelic Entertainment. A German developer, which is really, really rare. Like, really, really rare. And, yeah. They are a studio that a lot of Germans hold in really high regard. They don't have... By the way, this is a soundtrack from one of the games. They made, like, multiple point-and-click adventures and stuff. A lot of them were directed by this guy, Pokey. This guy, Pokey. He's pretty funny. To be fair, his games are really funny. He's also a funny guy, I guess. I want to say, I don't really know Deadelic that well. I just played 2 of the games and I loved them. Specifically this game, Edna und Harvey the Breakout, oder Edna bricht aus in Deutsch, in German. Yeah, this was one of their first breakout hits, and then we also have obviously Deponia, which is also a game that is really beloved overseas, or somewhat beloved overseas. And you might say, yeah, they flopped and they got bankrupt. Why? The answer is pretty easy. I'm going to go to like this Gollum big thing again. The reason is pretty simple. They were a relatively small developer. They only really made 2D games. And, well, they decided to make a AAA game with a big license and stuff and 3D models and all this. Like, to be fair, they probably had some 3D games too, but like in a AAA game. And, well, they weren't able to pull it off. I'm not saying that Deadelic is perfect or anything. They really, really aren't. Especially after Pokey left the company, it got really, really bad. Yeah, Pokey, the guy that made these two, actually left the company. So yeah, yeah, this is, it's a sad situation, especially for German gaming. And it's funny how nobody really seems to even think for 3 seconds about it, because this company is done. They won't make any new games. They will still publish games, but at the end of the day, what the fuck are they... Oh, sorry. What the heck are they going to publish? Like, German indie games, I guess? Which, I guess is good for me, I guess. Yeah, the German game industry is just really in a bad state, which is really sad, because there are good German developers, but usually they leave Germany or something along those lines. Well, that is an interesting note to end on. I would generally suggest anyone that just thinks, haha, stupid bad Gollum game, play Edna and Harvey or Deponia. I would start with Edna and Harvey the Breakout and the first Deponia, because it's games with a story, you know. Although, to be fair, the first Edna could technically be skipped, I guess, but you would still miss a lot of context. So I would generally suggest, yeah, to play these 2 games. They're pretty cheap, especially Edna and Harvey the Breakout. It has like a new remade art style, which and like the old classic one, which doesn't look like conventionally pretty, but it has a charm. I would genuinely suggest, if you play these 2 games, I don't really know for Deponia because I haven't really heard the game in English. For Edna and Harvey, I'd suggest the German voices are what is intended. The English voices get a lot of stuff really, really wrong, especially her, who is Edna. She just sounds, well, it's pretty obvious that this game takes place on another side. She just sounds like a random crazy person in English, while she has a lot of charm in Germany, which, anyways. I would suggest checking these 2 games out. I watched the Let's Play of this. pretty funny, and this game can definitely get pretty depressing at the end, but I like it. It's pretty good. So yeah. Goodbye, Deadelic. I guess, yeah, you're done. Damn.